Throughout history, the chosen ones have been among the most hated individuals to ever walk this earth. They are the visionaries, the truth seekers, and the light bearers who challenge the status quo. But with great purpose comes great opposition. Even the most revered figures, Jesus Christ, Socrates, and even Nikola Tesla, faced relentless hatred. Jesus Christ, for example, was despised and crucified, not because he did wrong, but because he carried a divine truth that threatened those in power. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and spread love, yet was condemned and betrayed. Why? Because his very existence exposed the darkness in others. Similarly, Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, was sentenced to death for corrupting the youth, not because he taught falsehoods, but because he urged people to question everything. The chosen ones stand out, and in a world where mediocrity is celebrated, their presence is a problem. The truth is, if you are a chosen one, you will be misunderstood, judged, and even hated. But why does this happen? What makes the chosen ones so unbearable to those who choose to stay in the dark? Stay with me until the end of this video, and you will understand why you have faced so much opposition in your life. Before we begin, if you resonate with this message and it reached you at the right time, type 1111 in the comment section. Let us know you are here, and may divine blessings follow you. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss these life-changing insights. Now, let's dive into the 8 reasons why the chosen ones are the most hated people on earth. 1. They expose the truth. One of the biggest reasons chosen ones are hated is that they expose the truth, whether consciously or unconsciously. Most people live in a carefully constructed illusion, a mental framework that keeps them safe, comfortable, and unquestioning. They have been conditioned to accept falsehoods, follow societal norms without resistance, and suppress their deeper instincts that tell them something is wrong. The average person does not want to wake up from this illusion because doing so would require them to face painful truths about themselves, their lives, and the world around them. The chosen ones, however, are different. They are truth seekers by nature, with an unshakable connection to wisdom that allows them to see beyond deception. Their perception is sharp, their intuition is strong, and their consciousness is elevated beyond the fog that blinds others. They recognize manipulation when they see it, and they cannot be coerced into believing lies. This, in turn, makes their presence disruptive. When you, as a chosen one, enter a room, people can feel your energy. It is not something you force, it is simply who you are. They sense that you cannot be fooled or controlled, and that makes them uneasy. Those who have built their entire lives around illusions, whether personal, societal, or institutional, will feel threatened by your existence. Instead of confronting their own falsehoods, they find it easier to attack you, dismiss you, or label you as strange, arrogant, or even dangerous. The truth has always been met with resistance because it shakes the foundations upon which illusions stand. The light does not fight with darkness, but its mere presence exposes it. And when the darkness is exposed, it resents the light that made it visible. 2. They cannot be controlled. Control is the foundation upon which society is built. From the moment a person is born, they are subjected to conditioning that molds them into a version of themselves that aligns with societal expectations. Governments, corporations, religions, and social institutions rely on obedience to function efficiently. People are subtly programmed through education, media, and culture to conform, obey, and follow the path set before them without question. However, chosen ones are the rebels of the soul. They possess an innate resistance to programming, an inherent ability to question the status quo, and an unbreakable will that refuses to be subdued. While most people seek comfort in authority and external validation, chosen ones carve their own paths, even when that means walking alone. They do not blindly accept what they are told, and they refuse to be manipulated into submission. This terrifies those who benefit from control. Those in power thrive when people remain passive, fearful, and unquestioning. But when a chosen one steps forward, refusing to comply, rejecting manipulation, and choosing personal freedom over societal approval, they become an anomaly. They become a threat, and in a world where mental slavery is the norm, true freedom is seen as dangerous. That is why chosen ones are often labeled as difficult, rebellious, or even crazy. People will try to shame them, discredit them, or exclude them from the mainstream because they do not fit into the system. But in reality, they are simply awake. They have broken free from the invisible chains that keep most people trapped, and their mere existence reminds others that they too have the power to free themselves if only they dared. 3. They radiate a higher frequency. Every human being emits a certain energy, a vibrational frequency that reflects their state of mind, emotions, and overall consciousness. The chosen ones, however, vibrate on a much higher level than the average person. Their minds are expansive, their souls are deeply connected to wisdom, and their hearts radiate purity. They operate on a different wavelength, one that is aligned with truth, love, and a profound understanding of the universe. This energy is powerful, and it can be felt by everyone around them. However, not everyone is ready to handle such energy. When people who exist in a lower vibrational state come into contact with a chosen one, something uncomfortable happens. They feel exposed. The chosen one acts as a mirror, reflecting back everything that others have tried to hide within themselves. Their fears, insecurities, unhealed wounds, and suppressed emotions come rushing to the surface, forcing them to confront the aspects of themselves they have long ignored. But instead of embracing this as an opportunity for growth, many people react with hostility. They project their discomfort onto the chosen one, blaming them for the unease they feel, rather than acknowledging the truth of their own inner struggles. This is why some people will hate you for no apparent reason. They may feel uneasy in your presence, dislike you without knowing why, or even become aggressive toward you. But the truth is, their reaction has nothing to do with you. It is about them. They are not ready to face their own darkness, and your light forces them to see it. Instead of thanking you for revealing what they need to heal, they reject you. But this is not your burden to carry. It is simply the reality of existing at a higher frequency in a world where many still operate in the shadows of their own unhealed selves. 4. They cannot be manipulated. Manipulation is one of the most common tools used by those who seek to control others. It can take many forms: emotional blackmail, deceit, coercion, and even subtle psychological conditioning. The world is filled with manipulators, from toxic individuals in personal relationships to corrupt institutions that prey on people's fears and desires. However, chosen ones possess an extraordinary gift. They can see through deception. Their intuition is sharp, their perception is keen, and their awareness is heightened to a degree that makes them nearly impossible to fool. They can sense when something is off, read between the lines, and detect ulterior motives long before others even realize they are being deceived. This makes them a serious threat to those who thrive on manipulation. A toxic person cannot control you if you refuse to be emotionally manipulated. A corrupt system cannot enslave you if you recognize its deception. A deceitful friend cannot take advantage of you if you see their true intentions. And so, when manipulators realize they cannot bend you to their will, their next move is to destroy you. They will attempt to isolate you, spread rumors about you, and turn others against you. They will paint you as the villain, twisting narratives to make you seem like the problem. But do not be fooled. This is not a sign of your weakness. It is a sign of your power. The hatred they direct toward you is simply proof that they fear what they cannot control. 5. They threaten the ego. The ego is fragile. It thrives on comparison, superiority, and the illusion of control. Most people live through their egos, constantly seeking validation, chasing status, and measuring their worth by external achievements. Their sense of self is built upon how they are perceived by others. But chosen ones do not operate from the ego. They do not need validation, they do not crave recognition, and they do not engage in the petty games of competition that fuel the average person's self-worth. This deeply disturbs those who rely on their egos to feel important. When a chosen one walks into a room, their presence alone shatters illusions. They do not boast, yet they exude confidence. They do not seek approval, yet they are self-assured. They do not demand attention, yet they naturally draw it. And this infuriates those who believe they must constantly prove their worth to feel valuable. In response, people will try to bring you down, belittle you, or gossip about you, not because you have done anything wrong, but because your existence challenges their sense of importance. When someone who operates purely from the ego encounters someone who does not, they feel an existential threat, and so they attack. But remember, their reaction is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of the insecurity that lives within them. Stay true to yourself and let their hatred be the proof of your light. 6. They walk a path of destiny. The chosen ones have a purpose. They are not here to simply exist. They are here to transform, uplift, and awaken others. But the world is not kind to those with divine missions. History has shown us that anyone who walks the path of destiny faces great opposition. From Jesus to Martin Luther King Jr., those who carry a divine purpose are always met with resistance. Why? Because their very existence threatens those who prefer comfort over change. 7. They refuse to participate in negativity. The world thrives on negativity. Gossip, drama, envy, and hatred fuel society. But chosen ones do not engage in such low vibrational behaviors. They seek peace, wisdom, and growth. This makes them outsiders. When you refuse to gossip, people see you as boring. When you choose peace over drama, they call you weak. But in reality, you are vibrating at a level they cannot reach. Their hatred is simply a reflection of their own misery. 8. They are divinely protected. Lastly, chosen ones are divinely protected. This means that no matter how much people try to bring them down, they always rise. Their enemies wonder why their attacks never work, why they never truly succeed in destroying them. It's because the chosen ones walk with divine favor. The universe, God, and the forces of light are always on their side. And this, more than anything, enrages those who seek their downfall. So, if you've ever felt hated, misunderstood, or attacked for simply being yourself, know that you are not alone. The greatest souls in history have walked this path. It is not an easy road, but it is a sacred one. Keep shining, keep rising, and never dim your light to make others comfortable. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If this message spoke to your soul, type 1111 in the comments and let us know that you are a chosen one. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a message meant for you. Stay strong, stay blessed, and keep walking your divine path.